Hey, what's up, guys? It is not Wednesday morning, it's Thursday morning now. Uh, I have a lot to prep. Just some Wordle announcements and Wordle. All right, so I'll be uh, I'll be I'll be going right into business today. So let's just start with the announcements. Might as well. Hang on, make sure my audio is working. Okay, yeah. So I'll start with the announcement right away. I guess the first announcement is me wearing glasses. These are really old glasses. I think I bought these glasses in like 2010, so they're like a dozen. They're like 12 years old. Um, anyway, I've just been my contact lenses. They're just in my eyes all day, and so my eyes have gotten like a little sensitive. So I'm trying to reduce my contact lens use. So I'll be wearing glasses here and there until my eyes kind of feel restored. But the more important announcement is the streaming schedule. I've kind of settled on a streaming schedule a little bit, at least some bare minimums of it. Um, I have to do quite a lot of prep for my work, uh, and I'm squeezing it in between like 6 and 9 p.m. So if I start early 6, if I start late like 7, and it goes for like 2 hours. And I can't, and it doesn't always necessarily mean that every time I prep for my work, I'll be doing a stream, but it's that same spot that I can use. That's that same time slot that I can use. So you'll notice on my channel, actually, I might as well show you my channel since I'm not showing you anything right now. You'll notice on my channel that there's three three upcoming live streams that are no that are already preset. Uh, it's set at 6 p.m. It's set at 6 p.m. Although I could actually technically start at 7 p.m. So just know that I might not necessarily start at that exact hour, but I will be going through a PSAT. I just went through another PSAT yesterday, and I will also be going through the long awaited April 2022 SAT. April 22 SAT, finally. In fact, this is the thing that everyone was waiting for, so I'm even going to change the title of this stream. Um, April 2020 SAT. Okay, I changed the name of this, what do you call it? This stream, the stream itself. Here, if I refresh it, it should show April 22 new SAT stream coming soon, plus August SAT plans. So I will be doing that on July 4th in Korea time, or July 3rd in July 4th in US time as well, actually, because I'm doing it in the evenings. Besides that, the other big announcement, it's not huge or anything, but the other announcement is I am putting together a group to teach a class for the 6 weeks leading up to the August SAT. If you are studying for the August SAT and you want to be joining a group of very highly self-motivated students who are generally aiming anywhere between 650 to 800, let me know. So The best way to let me know is not by doing the comments here, but by joining the Discord server. And especially for this first class, I'm not sure. There's a lot of things I don't really know. Alpha, what's up? Welcome. I don't really know like exactly how I'm gonna do it because I know that I have a lot of good material and I know that I have a lot of good little classroom activities. And I know that I have good students, so I know those. But I also know I'm gonna change the way I teach because you guys are very different from like the students that I normally teach. You guys are self-motivated, and I think that opens up a lot of interesting new possibilities. So there's a lot that I'm bouncing around. That's bouncing around in my head. So if you're studying for the August SAT, you're the kind of weirdo that finds an SAT teacher on YouTube, even though he's only like, I don't know, like a couple hundred subscribers. He's a tiny, tiny YouTuber, and you want to be a part of the first class. I am going to price this class at like very reasonable, as in, so if you go on Google and search for like a New York City, because I'm based in the big cities, so you should know that this is my bias. If you search for like a New York City online course and an offline course, you'll get something like, $60 to $30 an hour. So I'm gonna be more affordable than either of those, especially for this first class while I'm testing things out. So if you want to join the Discord. I will be doing the same thing in October and December, and we'll see about November. I'm not sure. I will be doing the same thing for October and December. I don't know. But again, a lot of things depend on the August SAT. Like I'll be more confidently like speaking about my courses by October because at least I'll know what to be doing. All right, so Alpha Alea, thanks for the comment. You can find the Discord link in the description below, unless there's a problem. So if you hit, hang on, where are we? Is it around here? Around here? If you hit more, actually, I kind of forgot. I need to learn this. Where actually is it in a YouTube video? So I'm gonna watch myself on mute. No, I need to learn this. Oh no, it's all the way over here. It's all the way over here. Anyway, so I'll just show you my stupid screen right now. I'm just watching myself. It's like this very meta thing. Anyway, if you hit show more, show less, you can see the link. All right. I had way too much fun with that. That was too much fun. That's what it takes to entertain me at 6 a.m. in the morning, watching my face, watching my own face, watching my finger point to my own link. Anyway, so that was that. Okay, so that's the August SAT announcements. Now I'm seeing some questions. So Alpha, I'm glad to have you watching the streams. And by the way, this is just out of curiosity. You don't have to answer this, but I'm always curious, how you're watching my streams. Like, for example, are you going through the QASs on your own? Like, are you doing it one by one? And then, do you like, when you watch it, like, do you watch it? I mean, presumably you don't watch it before taking the test. Do you watch it passage by passage? Do you even watch it between the passages and the questions? So you do like the map of the passage with me? Like, do you do it like that? Like, I'm kind of curious how you're doing it. Not a lot of people, not only a couple students ever share that with me. So I'm always sort of curious, but I never know. So that's like a thing on my mind all the time. Any reading tips for an international student? Now, I'm gonna give you some tips, but I want to kind of show you my FAQ page, which is extremely ugly and hard to read. I want to show it to you. Uh, okay, because this is where I kind of just compiled some of the most common questions I get, and a lot of times, a lot of times I'm actually just repeating what I'm saying. Um, this is sort of like a quick little inside look under the hood. This is sort of like the thing that I'm going to use eventually to make more YouTube videos. Right now, I don't have a lot of free time, so I can't convert these topics into YouTube videos. But my future YouTube videos is basically going to be, it's like every single one of these is going to be basically a new YouTube video. Like every question is going to be like a different YouTube video. So feel free to keep asking questions. You're helping me to sort of clarify my thoughts. But yeah, a lot of it is pretty repetitive. So basically, I'm going to repeat some of the things that's on the screen. By the way, I don't mind sharing this link with you. You can just like look at it. So let me actually share the link, and you can browse through it. Now for some of you guys, let me see. You're saying for international students. Well, that's still an extremely broad question, but I think I know what to start with. So the thing I wanted to focus on was number 3 over here, but I'll just say the whole thing, okay? I'll say the whole thing. So there's one student who said, he's non-native, or he is non-native, and needs a score of 620. So I can't, and I refuse to give one-size-fits-all advice, because I feel like that's the reason why no one's getting better at reading. Everyone thinks that there's a one-size-fits-all advice. Everyone's just supposed to learn speed reading, for example. No, that's not what you're supposed to learn. Like, come on. You got to actually improve yourself at reading, not just like learn little tricks for like scanning as many words as possible. So, and like barely retaining what you even remember. So that's not like there's not a single piece of advice that works for everybody. But there are some general trends. And so let's just assume, you're trying to improve like 50 points in like 2 months for the August SAT. The very first thing always is vocabulary, starting now every single day. This is a sort of low burn, but it's a low effort. Okay. It's a low effort, and it's not a short term, it's a more long term project. But it's low effort. If you can just build a habit of learning a couple words every day, it will improve you so much in the future. Okay? And when I say learn a couple words, I don't mean learn definitions of words. I mean example sentences. Okay? Now, there's a whole reason why I talk about that. But for now, example sentences. Definitions are really hard to remember. The other thing is, if you only have 2 months, you really should settle on a strategy. And the best way to settle on now, strategy is a huge word too. There's so many mini strategies within a strategy. For now, I'm just talking about the huge macro strategy, which is, are you going to read the passage first or not? Settle on that. And the way to do that is to copy me, and then see what happens. Okay. Alea, amazing. I need to start taking screenshots of these. You know what I mean? I need to like have like a whole big old list of everyone saying that, because I swear to God, it's about 20 people now. And if I just had like a page of 20 people who said, like, everyone says the same thing. So if it sounds like you've already settled on this, on the strategy, okay? 590 to 630, by the way, is a pretty normal variance. It's not like an insane drop. And by the way, so Alea, I'm going to come back to that in a second. Okay, let me come back to that in just a moment, because that's a different topic. And then this is the one I really want to focusing on your strengths. Focusing on your strengths, which is, as an international student, if you're not aiming at 800, you're aiming at like up to maybe 700. If you're up to 700, you really have to still be strong, okay? But at least if you're hitting up to like 650, you really, 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 really probably should get the natural and social science passages down, because I'm assuming that's what you're stronger on. I'm assuming you're not super strong on U.S. literature. U.S. history and rhetoric, and I'm assuming you're not super strong on literary fiction. I assume you're not that strong on it, that because most international students aren't. So, at least get really good at these, okay? And give yourself the time to breathe for the other ones, the time and sort of the mental space to breathe for the other ones, okay? Final thing is, don't do a crazy amount of passages a week. I think one or two, honestly, per week. One or two tests per week is honestly a lot. If you are going back and actually reviewing all the questions, including the ones you got right, but were lower on confidence, right? You really should be going back and you should be fully analyzing it. And every one of these should be like a vocab flashcard where every time you come back to it, you know the answer and you know exactly why the answer is, and you can recite the reasons for the answer. Now you should be looking back at these questions multiple times to make sure you've really got it. A lot of people, and I know all of you've had this experience, a lot of people think they know something because they reviewed it once, and then a couple weeks later when somebody asks them, they completely forgot, right? Look, that means you never really knew it. Okay, you have to plant it deep inside your brain, and the way to do that is to come back to it. Okay, if you want to watch YouTube videos on this, there's this idea called spaced repetition. Sorry, I was like intermittent repetition. I was getting very confused. Anyway, spaced repetition. All right, spaced repetition is really useful for your learning. That's my girlfriend. So you guys can say hi.
Good morning.
She says good morning. We share the same office space, so because we don't live in a mansion. So anyway, I was trying to say something about reviewing. Oh yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna add that. But be stubborn and review and re-review. Don't stop reviewing a question until you're okay, something like that. All right, so that's kind of the point I just made. Also, it's really important for you to learn to prioritize. Like I know some of you guys have the habit of being like, oh, I got it wrong, I have to review it and give it the same amount of effort. No, that the fact that you're giving, if you get 12 wrong, if you get 18 wrong, and you're giving all 18 the same amount of effort, like the same amount of attention, that means that you're not being strategic. You're not thinking about what you can actually genuinely make a quick improvement on, what you can make an improvement on with moderate effort, and what you would very likely not make an improvement on unless you pour a shit ton of effort. Like, you should differentiate. Like, okay, this is a science passage, and I really should know this. So I'm going to make sure I get this down for sure, right? Whereas this is a history passage, but not only is it a history passage, it's a very obscure sort of like rhetorical thing that, like no matter how many times I hear the explanation, it's not natural for me. I'm going to deprioritize this. I'm going to accept it. My acceptance is I will let myself get this one wrong because I'm not aiming for 800, right? Stuff like that. Make prioritizations. Okay, don't just like flat review like a zombie, because if you're flat reviewing like a zombie, I guarantee you're not reviewing it that well. You're not thinking about what's really important to you, and that means you're not even giving it that much you're not even going to give it that much energy, that much time. All right, those are some of my general answers for that. Now, what did you do wrong? I don't know what you did wrong. I mean, I have no idea. That test could have been harder. You could have been, overly caffeinated. You could have had a problem with your mom that was bothering you, like an argument with your mom that was like bothering you while you're taking the test. You could have started on a passage that was so scary and devastating that it kind of it rattled you psychologically, so that the first passage you took was so hard and like kind of messed you up that the second and third passage, which wouldn't normally be that hard for you was actually extra hard for you because your confidence was so shaken. I mean, there's so many things that could have happened that could have taken you down from 630 to 590. It's a one-time occurrence. So I wouldn't make any broad generalizations about it. Instead, what I would do is first of all, I would say you're the expert. You're the one who has to know what happened between 630 and 590, not me. There's no way I'm gonna know. You should go back and analyze it. Like, how many dumb mistakes did you make? How many mechanical errors did you make? Like, did you literally circle the wrong answer like I did yesterday? Like, it was just very annoying. On the PSAT, I got 47 out of 49 because one of them I just circled the wrong one. It's been a long time since I did that, but anyway. So yeah, you need to go back and find the reasons for every single one that you got wrong, and specifically the ones that you shouldn't have gotten wrong, but you did get wrong anyway. Okay. All right. So that's I can't answer that question for you. Actually, it is 6:15, and I need to get started on my day, so I'm gonna wrap up. But before I wrap up, I want to do something I always do every morning, just to get my brain juices flowing. You guys can sort of just, you guys don't have to watch me do this if you don't want to. But it's just something for me. I just want to do it. I'm going to do Wordle. By the way, if you guys are Wordle people, you should not watch what I'm about to do. It's going to be a spoiler, okay? Because I'm in Korea, and some of you guys are in the States, in the United States of America. And so right now, mine is my date should come out. It's June 23rd. So I'm a day ahead of you. So I'm going to spoil your Wordle for tomorrow, right? Because right now you guys are June 22nd evening. So if you do not want the Wordle spoiler, you got to go, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. By the way, my next stream is going to be same time next morning, 6 a.m., 6-ish a.m., 5:30, 5:40 a.m. All right, so I'll see you then. Okay, I'm just going to do some Wordle, and hey, Alea, good luck. Joust? Should I do a weird word? J is not very common. Joshi. J is too not common. I'm not gonna use J. Ghoul? L is common-ish, right? Yeah, whatever. Oh, come on. Break. K is not common, but you know what? I'm just kind of going with what the. Whoa. Hang on. What's another word that ends with K? So I just got lucky on that one. That was crazy. Because B is actually not super common and K is not that common, and so this is just me going by my gut feeling. I'm not gut feeling, just like, you know, whatever just occurs to me. But now what? Hang on. Bruh. So there's no A, E, O, or U, so it's you guys know the answer? You guys know the answer? I kind of know the answer. Like, I don't think there's any other word that would work, so I kind of know the answer. If anyone wants time, I'll just wait like, I don't know, 30 seconds. The hint, by the way, is you really should focus on the vowel, because right now a vowel has not come out, and right now there's 4 vowels have already come out, and none of them are in this word. 15 more seconds, and then I'm just gonna put it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, so much better than yesterday. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Dude, it's so annoying. I forgot that there's another word. So annoying. I wanted that 3 out of 6. I was so confident I was gonna get 3 out of 6. Oh my freaking goodness. 짜증난다. 진짜 뭐야. Alright, I'm gonna share my 4 out of 6. Dude, I actually had more 3s out of 6 than 4 out of 6. Oh well. Well, it was a 50-50 toss up anyway, so what could I do? I guess don't watch my stream if you don't want a spoiler. Actually, I'm gonna share my. What minute are we on? I'll go find the minute later on. All right, well that's it for today. This morning, I made my April 2022 school day SCT stream plans, which is like I think next week Monday or something. Is it something like that, or is it next week Monday? Next week Monday. And I gave my August SAT course plans. So if you miss those, you can come to the Discord and chat. Like, hey, what did I miss? You can also just rewatch the beginning of the video to see, double check what you missed. I think that's probably a little more polite if you could do that. All right, so I'll see you guys in the Discord if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow's stream at 6 a.m. or whatever time of the day it is for you. Peace out, guys.